Hello, mi family, na kusha kusha na kabo kabo. Wherever una dey, want for say na thank you for joining. And today we don't come back again with another edition of What Would You Do? And with topic we get today is what can you do to give your children a good upbringing? Me when they come to una, me na me name Fatimata Savage, and today I get me two co-hosts where they join me, and I also want for make una fast una seatbelts, make una share this video with una friends and family, and also invite others for make them go watch we. And today again, just like as I don't say, we don't come back again with another special edition of the show. Yeah. So now want for make una call, make una share, make una comment. And the thing that what they talk about today is now things the way they affect a lot of people them now their homes them where as an African parent them when they discuss with them picking them. So now then they make would decide for bring this topic here. So today and with no further ado, I will call my co-host for making go introduce himself to Una. Hi, Madam Cabo.
Hi, family. Una all good evening, good morning. Any sawa una find on ourselves. We're glad for come back on the show today for where we all can discuss this topic. After a long time, it looked like a very, very long time. I want to say thank you, Madam Savage. So as unayegi, we topic today, they deal with picking them. So we dey ask that everybody will go join, especially the parents then, the older ones that will get more, the one that we don't raise more picking them for me they share their thoughts and ideas then with we and other people that will not even get picking their age or the one that they raise picking them and no matter. So me when they talk to now, me na Isita Tyro Kago, me na a co-host for this program. What will you do? I'm glad for joining the program today. And I pray say, I hope say we all will come together and get some fun and share ideas and learn. So as Madam Savage say, let everybody sit down, relax, take a glass of water or wine, relax with, share the videos there, and then we all get a good company this evening. So over to you now. Thank you. I hope you're going to enjoy the show. Thank you. Over to you, Madam Savage.
All right, Madam Cabo. Thank you so much for joining. And if I'm blame as another year to waiting on Madam Cabo, they say, now for grab now water and juice or whatever you grab for make you join me. And also with the hope so now go able for share this video with friends and family and even WhatsApp group or wherever you go able for share them so that way there's somebody go able take a piece of it. And now I'm going to introduce the other co-host. Hi, Mr. Umar.
Hello. I'm good evening. Don't say we don't come to again with them. This one a well experienced program. Always watch more experience on this issue. We come with the program today to everybody because when you can business now, everything you style, I picking and your own tips, So you come with this one learn from you. How you do with this of communication, the where you get you rent where you picking the fear, or you not parent where you picking the fear, or you not picking the free not parent where you picking the respect. Una come today, we share idea, make we learn from Una, and we dare learn from Una. Thank you very much, FA.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Umar. Just to like I don't say the phone line and there down below, when I go call, and also, we get a lot of ways them, now the houses them, the way how people and they bring them, picking them, and as we as an African, we don't see say there's a lot of things them where we they do, for bring we picking them up, where can turn out can turn out to be a problem na the homes them because of would they scared for discuss them thing they are so it will picking them or maybe would they scared for talk to them about But the thing is, there's some things that they, if we not teach we pikin them the earlier, um, right now the world they advanced. There's a lot of social media, schools, you know, friends them. So whatever we not teach we pikin them, then they learn them outside. So it good for make we go to teach we pikin them the earlier the better. So that way they at the ending of the day, we as a parent or as a parent will not get for like regret. Say why make we not teach we pikin them this thing that, so why make we not tell them this ahead of time. So I go ask Madam Cabo and Mr. Umar, you know, wetin una think say, you know, can bring a major, you know, effect to pikin dem and the parent dem at the home. From there now we go play the video where one of we team members interview somebody. So wetin una think say na one of the problem dem wey dey cause, you know, pikin no for lis ten or wey dey cause problem at the house, later the parents dey end up regret.
Uh, okay, you wanna go first?
Can I get the
Yes.
floor?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Madam Kabo,
Thank
go
you.
ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Me your opinion, what do me think? Because for think something, you know, na your opinion. But before we go there, some people that can scan for see the numbers then they're too small, or then they scroll so fast for them. So the
Mhm.
toll-free number na only for North America, that's Canada and USA. So if you want call the toll-free number, you can call 1-866-944-7722. Again, for US and Canada, you want call toll-free where it no go cost you for long distance, 1-866-944-7722. If you want call from UK, you go call 44203 239-9581. Again, area code 44, then 203-239-9581. From Australia, you go call 61-280-064-352. Then if you want call worldwide, no matter if in a salon you dey any sign at the world, the WhatsApp number it dey work. So the WhatsApp number na 1343-997-5828. Again, the WhatsApp na 1343-997-52, sorry, 5828. Okay, una thank you. So una feel free for call, una feel free for call we all share idea. So me wetin me go feel say can cause sometimes the pikin for rebel and can make
Mhm.
nice. I think say we self as the parents, it depends first how they bring we come up. So we culture, we know they explain a lot of things to picking them. So we set up for them what would they raise, what would they raise with. They're not going to be truthful in terms of things that we can ask something and the way you talk, like picking you ask questions, genuinely you want to know that they all up at you. So the habit screen when they
Mhm.
scream at you, they make you frustrate because like you want to know something and this is not the only person we can go to, but with society and with culture, you know, they encourage you. If they even they not get the answer, they're not going to say, oh my, I go ask another person. They will just say, come on now, not to picking question that. Then you go ask another person now, maybe of your age group, then second end of tell you what's something they not even service. So now that thing they can always the day your age. And maybe unfortunately one day you go do mistake based on that information, then they beat you back on tap. So it's frustrating. Tell me now, yes. Then they reach now they rebel because like in the beat you no more pata you, nobody know they give you anything on a sensible thing. So as you they grow, tell they reach now where you self, you don't big now small, you able for fed for yourself. Where if the person knock you able push them. Now out of frustration, some beginner can do them thing and they not because they want for fit anybody. So I go stop here for now. Now let me think say that now one of the main reason, the ignorance as well on the part of we the parents then, you know, because we self not know, we're not informed, not also then raise we will not sabi and forgive somebody a knowledge, for impact the knowledge to somebody else. You self or don't get first the understanding, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, when you
So the
knowledge about
experience.
something, then you go pass
Mhm.
them on to the next person. But how I go give you something when myself no, I not get or something I don't know. So then they kind of frustrating. But then again, you go and they expect you for say you for sabi certain things, but they not teach you, and then they turn the knock you because of that.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, so me fumble them as to another year you waiting Madam Cabo they say. So the question is why they ask say what do you think say now the major problem them where they cause, where they come now the house between the parents and the pikin, by not teach them or give them the proper information where they need. So what do you think say now the cause me fumble them when I can call or when I can text down the comments, and so that way they will go know wetin na una own ideas them as well. Yes, Mr. Umar, so you get anything for say about this?
Yeah, well, I tell Mrs. Kagbo thank you because make a very valuable contribution. One of the things that way me find out, maybe one of or two now, um, you see, we can come up mostly from age 13, and you get a lot of this information in too much for that enable process well. So at that, if you not get a parent well experienced, no say me picking and communicate with me picking, and it because now this position we don't reach. Now I for begin to tell them most of the things that we for do, most of the things that we lack that communication with that picking at that time, most of the time, then they create process, and they see them now the way technology don't as we get Facebook, we get TikTok, so they've been 14 years, get a lot of message from the media from everywhere and the need for messages, So what we the most of the African parents because we say African fail now how for the beginning them. Then what concept of communication, what in them understand for means by communication. So most of the time African homes they go feed you, you grow up, you don't eat in the morning, they don't left you, if Alan Akona self, they know what was then all what in the know for Luna for Naki for make it set more just like what Mrs. Kago talk, instead of they make the picking them respect them, instead they make the picking and afraid them. And when in an home you don't make the picking don't afraid you, certain things are the way you forget confidence in you for explain to you, to explain. And so what they do is rather process the information the wrong way, or if find somebody outside where they process this information, where you go explain or where you go try to communicate with, but the wrong information, you can forget the wrong information. That's not the problem. Now that make you see like the Europe now and also the abroad countries, you see most of the black people can go astray, because one they out there they get a lot of informations and they not get communicate, they not get people to communicate to them, even though they communicate that way, and
Mm-hmm.
which time more the men contribute greatly. Okay, pampers they them say okay, this do this do then fixing and so for sure. Then the man on the other side can fear into the beginning and that the beginning not go gain trust with the need for that for make them go able to explain the same problem, and I think most of we problem, we dey see now a lot of things, of course, picking and lose now, and they but yes, it happen, it happen where we are. Like wetin dey happen na we community, the way you go see young girl, for instance, as you don't begin do matters, yeah, it make you see, because why they get to the beginning at early age.
Mm-hmm.
Don't begin to tell them, say, this year, man for touch you. Yeah, not allow them man touching. Now, this time, within a public, then the problem. I feel say, now, me on contribution will give for now.
Mm-hmm.
At least we, the parents, we need for communicate and put some good manners into we picking them in a positive way.
Yes. All right, Mr. Umar. Thank you so much. And also, I go make the technical team for make them go play, a quick video where we interview, a guy in the street, so that way they will get your own input as well. Yes, technical team, please.
Concerning this question where asked me about some things and the way parents and they hide, or then they fear for tell them picking them, which is very wrong. And thing and that you get something then the way for the hide for tell you picking them as a parent. Especially a lot of complain to like sex when you don't get you picking, you don't mature. You get for the talk to them about anything and they say like picking come this kind something where you afraid for tell them you go area other side where it not go good for you. Sometimes by tell the area other side and a different advice in the girl we go come bad for them. For example, they teach them where don't reach that say for do this, we do this, you great pele, we do this, you go to go man to man, or we don't reach the stage, you go school, you need them for educate, you get for tell them about prevention, teach them about let not go destroy education. Sometimes you go get belle in the streets, then you want to go do the abortion, let parents no, because parents never call them to the to so they fear you want to go do abortion, you go die there, or sometimes them go do something bad in a womb where they get belle again. So this all nothing that were very dangerous, so you need for the talk to picking something them we if it's a bad thing, not go talk to the picking. Now them example and then they need for the tell you picking.
All right. So my family them as another yeri waiting the guy they say, most of the African parent them, I know a lot of African parent are guilty of, a lot of things them because most of the time is in an African home is a taboo for talk about mommy and daddy business and also is a taboo for talk about like gay life or like those opposite sexual thinking that is scarce so much for talk about them. Then at the ending of the day is we don't see where a lot of time where the girl picking them they can always get pregnancy at the early age which they no wish for let them get some or maybe the parent do not wish to let them pikin get am but like because of anything they are so na the after infect then they we can come out especially to girl child then later we then the family then go start say oh then go shame for outside for let them know say dem pikin get belle or then go begin dey hide am or then go drive the pikin at streets and also especially Africans sometimes where you get belle at the age of maybe like 16 all the way to 18 you dey go school most of the schools dem no dey accept you again so right there and then you don't lose the education and two you get a lot of problem with your family members and the outside society again so there's a lot of things that way they affect a lot of African youth them, where we don't see, and then they all na things the way they start from the house. And also, I get an example, this me friend here so old in na United States here, so one of the pikin when at 6 years old. Can you imagine the Bobo already know about gay life, where in calling ask him mama and say mommy what is gay? Im mama no wan for talk but because im back na so im grow up like stuff like that dey dey discuss among you pikin or dey put you pikin down and talk to them about anything and dey so im mama can like ask am say okay wetin you think about gay so im throw the question to im pikin for know say as 6 years old get so much knowledge about gay which is very very devastating. You go ask say wetin 6 years old pikin know so much about gay like you surprise because number one dem dey go school dem dey watch TV a lot of social media so when mama ask am say okay wetin you think about gay e say well gay is when another man dating another man or woman dating another woman then mama was like what do you think about that? E say that's disgusting. He said, Mommy, that's disgusting. Mommy was like, what? That's disgusting. He said, yes. Then mommy was like, okay, so do you think that is good? He said, no, that is not good. That is not a good thing. So can you imagine picking at that age there at 6 years old, they tell you about, gay. So can you imagine now how much how much knowledge So now and then sometimes we as the African parents, sometimes we are very scared, for teach pikin about the outside world, educate them properly, so that way when they dey outside, they no go become lost. And then they make most of the time we dey lose with pikin them outside with gang, bad friends, bad influence, because they say the first teaching of a child start from the house. And we get a caller. Hello caller, what's your name and where you the call from? Hello caller, what's your name and where you the call from? Do we lost the call?
No, they'll call day. It is work. It
Oh,
just
we
this
can't hear you. Okay. Hello caller, what's your name and where you the call from, please?
in volume and low. In volume low.
Yeah, you can turn your volume up a little bit if you dey hear me clear, please.
Maybe, but I don't know.
I'll use WhatsApp anyway.
Okay, all right. So
Oh,
they
okay.
can
Oh
now.
yeah, we dey get you now. What's your name and where you dey call from, please?
And one more time, my name is Festus Malo. I dey call from
Hi,
America
Mr.
here.
Festus. Thank you so much for calling, sir.
Oh my God,
Yes.
network is slow.
So what are you intake towards the topic today, sir?
It's very interesting. When I bring out this topic, is very very interesting. But I think we get for really take with them as parents how for bring up with picking them in terms of for them to become a better people now in future.
Yes.
So this basically I don't need point fingers basically on a single individual, but maybe they're more one of the women there, what they say more with the picking them, they need for step up much more than with the men who they just go out every day outside and hustle and bring food back home. So the mommy them and the more need for really come closer to their children, to their picking them and tell them exactly how life is. Life is not a fantasy. Life is a reality. They go for tell the picking them, both men and women, because as they see for Kuman now in a discussion they focus on God picking. What about the boy picking themselves? If we are not properly taught how we will handle life, how we will handle relationship, how we will handle family affairs. Similarly the girl's child. The guy child then says they for teach them well how to handle their own life out there, how for mingle with because they are very vulnerable, how for mingle with men a safer way and how for bring up a proper result in terms of better living and experience. So without much ado, the parent like the mommy they sincere people them up. Because like from my experience, we shape picking them, when they bring picking them up, say this are my favorite, this are me, my heart picking this are my best to best picking. That I don't care about it. Maybe go to your uncle, maybe go to your auntie, and only focus on them. That is not good. That's injustice, and it's very much prevalent in Africa. When you go 5 picking, then you take 2, then you heart picking, then you let the other one they suffer. Even when you cook, you get special food for the other picking in that corner, then you get no food for this other one. That is injustice. That is psychological torture. It's not for us. In Africa, it's a common thing, it's a common phenomenon. At the end of the day, Nami born and Nami Peking, whatever I want to do, I can do that. It doesn't happen in America here. Everybody get right. So, when the people get frustrated with that kind of situation, they end up going to the wrong area. They end up going to the streets. Some have before the house and they punish. I go to the streets, sometimes people will help me. And now being on the streets, we expect them way or in a negative way. That is either you go do bad things, prostitution, drug taking, robbery, other stuff, or you come across good person, you can lead to a better part of life.
Yes. Thank you so much.
So, yeah, no problem. You're welcome.
Yes. All right. We hope so you go call again. Mr. Uma, you get any question, Madam Cabo, for the caller?
Yes. I want to know.
Don't go.
You on the line?
Yeah, I on the line, yes. I on the line, yes.
Okay. So I want to just make a comment, but I go ask a question again. So like me
Okay.
your example, me mama, and not get patient for actually advice one big for advise me like put me down and advise me like the way possible for advice you picking for tell and say
Mhm.
I don't want you with this
Well,
kind of company or that
guilty.
company and the reason this in the way in the talking parables and I don't mean they understand the parable but now your best way than the for instance one time in the way I come over I mean bunch of boy picking there you know say first day oh na get where we go na then oh na they go na school even if na then na gas school self na can mingle with other schools the way they mix and una can get forget some boy picking the one una just una friends they no more. So they all just get that one night one moonshine. Everybody just kind of hope they can show up to me. Me no day. And most of them have been boy picking there. I think I only one girl picking them in there among like 4 or 5. I know me used to 2, the 3 that I used to there. Then when they kind of wait for me to, I think the one for left no more and I me show up. But when I show up, I come, I not be even know say I made them cancel them. Sit down at the other neighbor house. So me must sit down at the step in the wait. I think you want to see the reaction what time. I don't know what you call. But when we come, me no know say na to me they can just wave now all na good evening. I go inside. So the body guide and I then say people say I brush them off. So then kind of feel offended, say, we can't greet her, you know, so like not be miscommunication. So when we mama come inside now, in feel say now because of in I no go to the guy there, like me and then get business. You see, so in this situation, what you for do as a kumra? Because what in do I go tell you for what in do, and not talk nothing. Wait for let the guy then grab them go. They say, Mama, good night. This is good night. And don't call me ask no nothing. Just go inside and begin pounce on me. Now belle you for can't take so now and this, you know, just keep on. I don't even know waiting they go on. I want for ask, no way for ask anyone talk now like you know, I go beat you, but I don't even know what they go on. Now later me other lady we all men a house. Hold on, we sleep now. Hold on, now if they talk now, what's happen now? Because I still confused. I said, what happen? Now I said, now you them in can't greet. Now I say, oh, I don't know. So if now you waiting, if you say mama for doing that case.
Well, if only this person is not for me, then my main need for really advice you how for live guys in a positive way without getting involved with any sexual activities. Because as a young girl, as at home, you cannot grow by yourself. You have to grow among men or women. So if you are mingling among men and women or boys of your kind, as a teenager of your group, when a man or boy picking there, you begin how for behave to them appropriately, how for avoid inappropriate behavior with the boy picking there. So it's all about communication. I mean, the same communication we want to talk before I call is the problem there. You get for mingle with the entire population, right? As teacher, as I was talking to earlier on. So in my own thinking, as I earlier on said before, now communication a failure that one day. So now me thinking that now the communication problem. Communicate. I mean, you have right to mingle with anybody, but you get to tell you the consequence at the end of the day. You go here, someone can't touch you, so someone can't touch you for you. You get to be mindful. Don't be harsh to whatever you don't mix. You have to like you wrong program. No. Ask say, oh, I mean, I want to talk to you for what? They understand what you tell you. Say, no, me no mix. Once you are educated about that, but not this man call not to cause they solve the problem. We they cause man, we don't call you is that you are exposing yourself to the rude. But so now based on what you are taught from home, they go look at it say that is today. I don't have to talk to a person, you know. The man will shape talk to him fine. He go shape and say, no, this guy gets screening. How come with that kind of sense over? So you see, you know, another area I want to touch is the area of rape. Most time it is alarm when raped. But what about us, the men? I'm talking from my experience. Most of us as men in Africa, we are being molested and raped by women, and they are not taking them serious.
Yes. All right. Can you do me a favor, please?
I was introduced. I'm coming.
Yes. I want to make you do me a favor, please, because we get another caller.
Those are women.
Wait.
Okay, no
Anyway,
problem.
you
All right, I
don't,
will call now
yeah, you
sometime
don't
later
mind for
on.
call back? Yes, please, I beg, because I really want follow talk, but that day, I beg. Yo,
Yeah,
you
because
can
a
name on
very
the line.
important,
Yeah,
a very
please.
important issue, Dandy.
Okay, all right, okay,
Okay.
no problem. That's fine.
All right. Hello, caller. What's your name and who say the call from?
Hello, good evening. This is Saturday Salon.
Hello,
Hi, how are
my
you,
dear.
ma? How are
How are you
you?
doing?
Well, they do fine, ma. Thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, this is a beautiful topic. Me take at that last caller where they say that the mommy there for step up. It is wrong. The mommy there they step up. The mommy there they talk from day one.
With all us, huh?
And would I hear
Hello?
you?
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know if because we are the same sex, they make the pikin and they take the woman then serious. But I tell you, if it comes from the daddy, if the daddy then step up, they're able for personally talk to them, pikin them. It is less than the years better. It just sounds like me
Yes.
and you, they give yourself compliments. Hey, you are fine, no. You know, if they can feel it. But if my man tell me, say, oh, I like the hair. Oh my goodness. You go turn around, you go wait the whole day. You never that compliments way man give
Yes.
you. I'm serious. I'm saying this from raising a daughter. Me gan pikin when he begins to in period, okay? Now I call him daddy. I say, hey, I say you pikin it don't turn big ass deal. I say and I for talk to them. Because when he been begin start first, then dirty like they know them pikin and I am. They're not clean. The car we been there because we not send out 2 or 3 drawers you can get. So you get for wash away you are. Then you know they put her inside laundry. Now I say, you get for talk to them more. From that day when Papa tell her, he said, "Hey, this guy from the television or whatever." He said, but let me tell you something. He said, if you don't clean that thing, he said, it smells like a dead rat. He said, huh? He said, yes. He said, you have to take shower, you have to change your part like every 6 hours. From that Sunday, I don't want this film. I don't want the smell, bad smell and use. You understand it? So when it comes from your
Yes.
dad, it's different. Me,
Yes.
Papa, growing up, me, it was a little different for like other man them, then they tell them picking them, go to your mama, go ask that question this. But me papa, because me mama died when I was small, I was 11 months old when he died. So he said, you not get mama, so I just get for tell you. Until they were married, like why I don't marry. If we want to do that mommy and daddy business, I remember that my papa that worried and tell me. He said, dear me picking. He said, anytime remember say, I not like this. I want to let you go school. He said, anything. He let you don't pull your dress. Yeah, mama. He said, where I lay run. You never go where. He said, well, you remember see me, papa not let me run. That's so today. If I dey do that thing they ring and the ears that is ah go this why you know that will pull me out from body. But I remember that was so it's not not say because me na man or go to your mama. No. Step up for your picking them. Talk to your picking them. We need for talk to we picking them. The mommy then they talk who they talk from the one who they talk. But they're not they take we serious. I'm telling you. It's not serious like when your papa talk to you something. So una need
Yes.
for the talk. It's not about going out, go provide, go buy. Who said the woman is when they provide? Now we they work, not that the woman and they work. We they do all that. And sometimes after all them but put things as oh they give picking them they need. They need we time. We need for talk to
Oh,
them. We need
yes.
experience. We need
Indeed.
to do that. Not almost they not even care. Then once for let we they talk to them, let we there with them and tell them say, hey, now so me recently me became me got became at 23 years. Now this year, I think few about like after in birthday, now they tell me say I'm starting to date. I say, hey, but I dey talk to talk it I dey afraid, you understand? But they get experiences. I say na so they get small pointers and I dey talk to her. I say you don't tell your papa say you don't begin for this. He say I'm a big girl. I say I know that day, but so you dey talk. You dey talk, you know they tire to
Yes.
talk. And long time people have been parable they talk to we. Then picking answer what we get. They don't understand parable. They don't understand sarcasm. First, you a person looking at your eyes. You don't understand what it means. Then when they ask you back, why are you looking at me like that? So you get for talk. You get for tire for talk. You get for talk. You get for talk. You get for talk. And for talk, you know parable again because they don't understand parable. They don't understand no damn parable. So tell them the way it is. Una demand them. Una step up on a picking. I got one my friend. He got 4 guys. So now they tell us, say that you guys picking us. So you need for talk. I say for the talk to them. Not if I will go to mama. No, talk to them yourself. Give them your experience to them. Tell them. Hey, Papa, if you dey point fine thing, you say you see this. You say nothing. Nothing way good. You say you dey enjoy them. You say, but if you do at the right time, you say what you do at the right time. You say nothing like you let school well. You know go school again.
The other corner, the other man.
You say so go school. You say time go reach now you like. You say just in the way people and please me do the like and the now you get that. Now you want to you go use that how you want. You say but you say time go reach now you like. You say you dey even bargain. If your man the Lord wants to, they say, but always not tomorrow, darling, and they beg you. You say that's only the kind of like, say, trust me, and I have seen it. I have seen it. And what you cannot begin to do that thing? It's it they enjoy. So in head just they go, but you need for talk to them. Yeah, and tell them the pros and cons. That way you do A, B, C. These are the repercussions. If you not do that one day, it's a point that you hand. So that's not my get phone now. For right now, I still
All right. Thank you so much.
The other caller, Miss T Lady, if you want to respond to Miss David, Mr. Sato in comment. Sir?
What's my name again? Yes, sir. You there, Yui?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, if you want to comment from first for what Madam Masato just say, because in say like the man will step up for make the pardon because they think more what Papa says something.
Yeah, my only comment is she was right to say what he said because this will be talking about social science. All man get different backgrounds, different experiences, different psychological approach from our parents, from our things. So she is right one way or the other. Nobody's wrong here. So we just discuss and bring out the best practices and safe practices for our generation, our kids, our own people, our sisters, our family members, or whoever listening. Follow what they talk. So I'm not going to, there are no qualms about her. She was right about it. But I want more come back to the subject about this great issue, which boy picking
if you can give me
serious.
If you can give me 1 minute. If you can give me 1 minute.
A boy child.
Okay.
So like most of us from our experiences, most of us will boy child, who come up really on down there as really as man. Most of the adult women that they introduce it for them kind of things then they which even if you speak about it to your mom or to your dad, they will say too much. And like the how much we can rape you. Then when a man touches a small thing, I'm very, very serious and by investigation. No, I'm serious, I'm very serious. There was a time at 41 years old now. I only start to have sexual connection with woman who are 22 years old. I've been a woman past mark. I don't be ever they come close to woman because my papa in the morning to me past me the guy child there at all time. I got me special room. My papa in the morning to me past me me sisters there. So like once I go by for mine in one village upline. I don't was fine. I didn't the bathroom. I was. The people just come in the bathroom in nakedness everything up in the gaze at my nakedness. I come on there. I go cry to mama and the barrier. All my boss starts saying, "I'm buff man." I go cry for woman. You know, buff man. You go naked for you. If you not do something, mama, who's going to come to you? Who's going to come to you? Are you going to tell me what I mean? So like, if a man do that to a woman, you'll be arrested automatically. But when I reported with all the tears on my eyes, they say me a buff man. What do they mean buff man? The mama rape the woman again, so man get problem. So you see the
Yes, I agree with you. Really. Yeah, I see back in a court TV where we're not a court TV, like that's some kind of show. Yes, the woman they could do and so then they can't tease the man, but as you see advance or something, they are like say, "Oh, you don't rape me." But you really can't. Yes. But if you only complain,
we have to look at all those areas. We have to look at all those small areas that we discriminate against rape. Who is this? Who that influencing company? Will I do this? When according to the modern law now, they say the woman ain't getting body for worker exposed. Like we are in America, Canada, they all know that it's a modern law. But back down there, if they come, they shake it before me, you want kind, they study, they seduce me, all that kind of thing. And with the man advance, and there's a problem there. So like we have to look at the causative factors. Those factors that we make it. We have to prevent those factors. We have to avoid all those factors if we know. I mean the consequence of those things. So we don't blame one person or the other person. You know. So like now that's how we want to contribute so far. So more get chance to
Yes.
people that we
All right.
talk. We will follow them. Yeah.
All right then. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you.
No
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you
Great
so much, and thank you to Madam Isa too as well. Yes. So Mr. Umar,
Yeah,
so what are you what you want to say?
Mr. Saturday on the line. Mr. Saturday on the
Oh,
line, right?
okay.
yeah, one thing I want to add again, the
Uh-huh.
parents,
Yeah.
especially the man them, therefore be open to them picking them in a sense, may they allow the picking them, may they able to talk to them. Because on that reason they don't make themselves like scarce character.
Yes.
You know, like a devil, you're able to talk to your picking. You picking afraid for can't talk to you. Because some of them things like it bother them picking them, but then one for talk. But if you not give them that yeah, when I not get that kind of rapport, but then when they talk to you picking able for talking and tell you anything. You got to tell you picking anything, explain to me, tell me, I go handle that. And nothing normal for beat for where you begin to tell you something, you don't bounce on it. I mean you get to listen to them. Because when you listen to them, they're not afraid for taking nothing, anything. Because some beginning they don't end up then get belly, then go pull that belly, then die. They're not able to tell the parents they're wishing they go on in their life. But if that time they be able to tell you, so now this don't happen to me, when I forget away, what do I for do? For making it solve. So parents them need to be open up to them beginning, Tell me anything.
Yes.
Don't make you face that kind of way because we don't upbringing the old and same way is different. You understand? Some of us were lucky to be in there open communication to that, but some people they know it. So I don't want anybody to tell me say the only way see Papa call you, no one else say that for me. The only thing I can do is wait. No, it's another no one. No, for impress the neighbor then. Say you the discipline the beginning. And it's not in a beast. Now this no. That era they will not pass. They will need to be open up to beginning. Let them talk to we. All right.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you so much, ma. Yes. Yeah. So back again to you, Mr. Umar.
I don't listen to the two callers. They all make valuable points.
Oh yes,
But really,
indeed.
I kind of buy the idea of the Umawe a call. To be honest with you, when you kind of na the homes that we demand them two pompous, demand them the listing, demand them feel say we are the best. What we talk papa and so if it be even when it not be the truth, Even when it be for some of the time we could be wrong, we go look and paint and be right, And this now a serious problem when in terms of communication towards the parents and children at home. This idea that the women should be home forget proper communication channel. You as a father, no matter how you busy, you get for left time, you get for get that time for your home, you get for able to get time for advice you picking them, you get for able to get time for talk to you picking them, Yes, it is clear that they must spend more time with the picking at us, but the daddy themselves get their own. When if for instance you get a young boy in IT, what if he say go for learn for drive? I mean, that
So
in
true.
Africa, where at least you take that time. For instance, say, me pick it for driving. You get that they drive, sabi, they don't tape and driving, but take them pick it go with them for BN steering. That they job that.
So
But
true.
the problem is when you miss your responsibility, some of the time now miss the man that they miss their responsibility at home. You as a man, your responsibility not only for put food on the table. Your responsibility now for make sure you see everything within the family, they go the right. If something they go wrong, you get for call, communicate. But what thing will they do now most of the time, and then homes them, if they see the man them, they go don't left everything to the woman them. They no go care if the pikin come up fine at the daddy, if he come up bad at the mommy. They at the same time they would threaten, they put fear. That no the help into the homes, you know.
Yeah.
Just like what that woman talk. Whether a man, whether a woman, that question for the if you don't have time or if you say okay, man, at this time I realize particular time where I get for the beginning see what I not been the see before unusual thing not begin to happen to me now when I get for be through a lifetime, at least you get somebody wait for that moment. But why you say the pikin you can't if you not don't gain your confidence as a parent? So the parents
Yes.
now that now for instance we are then take special school in they teach us telling the effect of masturbation, you know, telling when mommy and daddy business, when women then we the man they tell you how you for control yourself, you watch how you control them. Make sure say you don't misbehave sexually in a street with audience. You know, what in at this, what in at this, what in at the health benefit of this, what in at the bad effect of this, all they tell you, all you go for communicating with picking them. Now that make you be it. You go for sit down, you talk to you picking them, communicate with them. Most of the time, have a problem. We need to communicate, and the daddy them. I think so. We miss what it be for be a daddy, how you for communicate. We miss everything. I feel saying that makes most of the problems them. Yes, now true say they spend more time, but the daddy responsibility is far beyond only for preach of money in house Effie. So
No, that's true, Mr. Umar. Yeah, that's true. What you say is, very right. That and I think the same way they happen in America as well, the same way as today, where they see a lot of time, most of the time they see na the pikin and the mama na they see they go out or na they see na the mama na im dey take them pikin for outing, they see daddy. And sometimes you dey see man and woman wey dem marry na for that couple time, just 1 month, 2 months, you dey see them dey post together. But after that, they take a while, you don't even see themselves like they got family picture together or family get together. You dey see the man they go different way. Just like what you say, Mr. Umar, I believe saying at time based way the daddy them too really need to spend time with their family and then picking them as well. Not to all the time they say, oh, na woman, na woman, na woman. They don't say away na woman they do everything. And also you say one word again where you say if the pikin dem comot bad, they at the woman. When they comot good, they at the daddy. Woman they need to get credit when it comes to that side and they. But the thing is that if they're afraid for realize say now that woman then ain't go take time, sit down her house, study that pikin, they take care of that pikin, the woman is as well not perfect, because most of the time too so family then they raise them picking them based on their own experience because na dande na in and knowledge na wetin you don experience and wetin na you dey able forget for transform to you picking them. But if you not get that knowledge dey, you not get that experience dey, if you get bad experience during your upbringing, I believe say na the same way you go bring am you pikin them. So na dande a lot struggles them way some people can get at their home them because of the way them the parents grow up as well. So anything Madam Cabo?
Yes, I just want to add to what you all don't say. The question Mr. Umar talk about the education when they give picking and then get one club they told me became in the 6th or 7th grade, then call her smart girls. I don't know if you know about that. Now smart girls club. Now like how we get guards and girls scouts back home.
Yeah, girls scout.
Yeah. One they go like a camping, then go teach you now something there. At that age, then come make them buy pad and get baby then, like then they go teach them about mama, like about family life. Like the stages then where they go reach now then life, any stage where you reach, any age, the coaching will happen what you they expect, you bobby Well, let know say no to something different, they man them, how did they grow, their voice they change, you know, them the manhood waiting for them for expect, woman they waiting them for expect, the day where your period go come, at which age, then they tell you all that so like we happy, you know, go panic, like your mindset for against that time. If it's something happy like that, go remember first say, oh, before instead of panic, you go remember first say, teacher been teach me this. So then they go out now like that camping day. Then they go teach them a lot of things then, but then they tell una for the parents them for saying this will they go teach them. Will they go teach so some people they're not comfortable, they not go left them picking them, but una go sign because then go for go beyond. And then we go teach them some things that way something will make some parents they uncomfortable when they come back when they go they ask them. But it may help a lot. Come picking can something that we really are not comfortable for talk about. When you talk about I say, we don't go this far. So I feel like say this, you know, necessarily born business and all. Then they say,
Oh yeah.
First select baby, they think about picking, but later I say, I don't know. They say go they cry every night. Me I go and sleep. So you know, you don't remember like say if I want to do this, no, maybe I will do preventive because I don't want to deal with this part.
Yes.
Okay, so I think that girls, Smart Girls Club, it help a lot. But I think that the society also now prepare them people and now when they are ahead of we. Because then I think we problem backlog go back to this question. Say, what will you do to bring your children up? And what will you do to give your children good upbringing? The good upbringing, it starts forth with change. Acceptance for say we culture we get some kind of mismatch in there we no work well. We agree first of that, right?
So true, Madam Cabo, yes.
Now we open to change, which now we problem. We ask for change. Even when them come up with this talk back home where they say like, you know, this woman we own society business, people are hard for change. But I don't know if now the way they pass the message across where some people in the me culture. They're not saying not to your culture. What they try for say is certain thing and the way God put our body get certain benefits. It put on there for a reason. So the reason we put on there for nine are this. So give this person an opportunity where God give him. If you can't be enough for say being bad, they not put on my body. So now, if you feel saying that your culture, you can deal with your own body as your culture, but they're picking a different entity. So when you reach 18, explain to them. If you do this, it will interfere with your love life with your man. If you do this, when you're born, certain time something will happen to you when you go get hard labor. If you do this, you and somebody will get sickle cell, then go put you on that kind of thing there. They not get good way. There is no better way for control. Some people then can bleed to death, and then people and they're fragile. If you do explain the medical part, then you explain the good side how you go be cultural thing where you go able for mingle with other people. Where if you're not a part of that particular group, they not will accept you. So it left to you now for compromise. I want to go inside a group at the expense of me health and my life. Me love life, or I want no, I choose the social part. Let be the person in your choice. But at the time we go down big and you get a clear indication if that's not the right thing. But yes, the thing we they do, we don't want change. And it's a bit some person they just outright say, "Na me culture, them don't do it to me." So I think now that change, now our problem. Now they we upbringing, waiting for do first and second, we for realizing something and they will do and right. Where we they help each other, we they help the picking there like safe and the picking, it get close, and while they share out in cause you will not get, then they do that they right. But like if you have some bad thing for talk about, for talking a taboo, then the law will change. And I come to Mr. the first, I don't forget how my women call, but the raping. We need for taking serious. Not to just woman, man then they rape them. I don't come across 2 or 3 big man them. Where the other one they say in 60s, it's in head mistress. This not to just teach in a school. Now in head mistress 9 times. If you know if they go call and but now the one we introduce you to mama and papa business. They take I can go, yes, they pull on a class, they can go say they go up and for go clean na house. So it always mean they do that, they take them from class, you can go. But guess what? You know, ever lay complain because he say, one, they not go believe, and two, they go laugh at her. Then the other person back he say, I think now somebody when I auntie in paddy, he always they bring sweet can and house they share among them. The way ready now, it can take and I clear and go again sweet. In of course, in not mean like that, in not mean like when they send her to that woman, but they always in the bitter where he say no the goodie. So now our problem is to know the Sidolo ask speaking there. What's he make you know for going?
Yeah, what's he make? Yeah, why you not like this person?
Yes, you know I will not soft. Me between me mama and me papa, I will carry back. Me mama again your specialty. Me papa again your specialty. Me papa are close to her. Me papa high handle one situation. When me mama that first situation, a situation where I explain to her, in vex, if you say now the man business I want start or I don't start, you can't bokuma then come to me. This so shameful. Me papa one head back, I don't grab back, go back again. Later, I know if now maybe you know says back from 10 o'clock, 11 and a late hour. I they come, I get this picture then I'm here, and I no more save me. Then me papa come it up now, they don't want but hey, I don't get no way, nobody know me there around for sister go lie. I come on to me party there, I don't go late the good when they can't left me till they reach halfway. I say, oh now go, why reach now go can't knock the window, let me sister they open. Then they come up bad for me than it. But the good news that means second time that they for do that. So when me and my papa me talk, putting me papa do, you know act like me mama. Okay, wait, they open the door, we all enter at the nav, but now it's also I come out. Now I get the picture then I'm in hand, where but not to that picture then I go forward, and will not lie. That then picture then I'm in hand, I say now this picture so Mr. Thomas, one man with snap. I say now I go take to him. That picture don't give me a long since. Now so okay. So you not talk. So don't sit down the roast cassava we get now, we don't eat fine, we don't drink cold on. Now I say, Mama, before they go sleep, he said tomorrow morning, see me here, I go and forgive you lunch. I say, okay. Early morning, tell I go now for go see her now. Not to lunch, he called me for, he just say, can't sit down. He said, I want to advise you something. He said, see, woman, now they grow, he said, he said, like what you did, so any man will see you, just they come, he said, you fine, he said, go lick you. He said, but, if you then give you belly, he say especially the one that will not get, we not come out, we not begin earn it for himself, you not get money. He say if you give belly and me now become a parent and they know salon, they try. He say and me now if you can't say me get money small person or in family, they not get money to they not get to what you and family get. Not to say not like you, he say but they afraid now you go afraid to say they go carry and go to police or they go get he say go deny you. You know go answer. So you now go feel saying a bad they do to you. They say, but not so bad. They say just no more they forget because you not get money for marry you or you not get money for take care of you. They say so. He say that we dog the holding a compound here. I say yes. He say where time king she can see the way like where they not get picking hang pan. He say the man dog then can the fet na compound and I say yes. It's what they can give for bright. Now I say no. Now you say you know why. I say no. No. I think but unable to get the question answer. Now I say now because man then we know the buy picking. We not get Bobby hang per we. Picking there now that picking. It's a picking there na to the dog there. It's a man dog. It's the only way you not get picking with you. It say when picking no hang per you responsibility in the case of human being. He say they go let you. He say but when picking hang per you, then they let you. He say as they all go like you, so he say, but as you get allergies no, you know what see they none they can again. So I can't know that for say, oh, I think my mama lay complain, but them boys the way come. But you see, from that time, the take today I put on a me not ever talk to me again today. I not ever come again. I do. It tell me I not accuse you saying that to man you go, but I just they warn you. If anybody say wants you, say no or go meet with family, they will can't talk to them. But if you get belly, no for say no more, no carry again, and the person go deny you, and you go school again. Maybe I cannot go to give this me half lunch again. You know, and maybe I can want the lunch. So I listen. And since then, they carry me through to this day. So I think everything is as to say, Madam Asatu say, the man and word, it carry heavier weight than the mama them. So I think say the papa then need for step up and be the one the way they make fun in the house, more fun like then grandpa there. As you see no more, they don't see say you boyfriend, they don't begin whistle, then they make like say, oh, can't catch me, Abba. Kale can pick clothes for keep you busy around them. You see? I don't know what you get for say to that, Mr. Omar.
No, yeah, man. Anyway, Mr. Omar once say, yeah, because what you say though is true, you know. Mm-hmm. Go ahead,
Well, yeah, what
boss.
he all misses. I can go on.
Yes,
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 go
yes.
ahead.
What are you waiting for?
Okay. Well, always what Chicago don't say, um, the most important thing is that if you take that time for the picking, you teach them it is sabi. You not teach them it is sabi. You communicate them to it is sabi. You not communicate to them with the sabi. Um, yes, more like Africa, we all understand we now a continent full of religious people, and most of the time they see these two religions, they see really influence with communications with them, how we communicate with them. Most of them they find out this this African way of setting they influence them, But most of the problem, if you communicate with your Peking, you the problem that when you not communicate with them. When you learn for communicate with your Peking, a very good one, it prevents unwanted pregnancy, sexual exploitation on the own side, also on the boys' side. This people we see. This we see now concept we don't get from the time when we small. When you small, you don't get that education. You know that say this not bad, this not good. Then you can't grow it into you. When you if you know something about it, for make you left it be very difficult sometimes. So I feel say just like what the whole topic today is center on communication for make you bring calm, you pick him up in that communicate. Communication
Yes.
constant, that they emphasize constant communication.
Yeah, that's true. And I just want to say, thanks so much, to the viewers, them, the one that we comment and the one that we call. And I just want to make we address one question then before the program they close. We get one comment, sorry, from for Aminatu. It said nowadays the children are very naughty. It said they hardly listen to their parents, especially the girls. It's not easy. It said we pray for them. It said we pray for them, and the parents have to really be vigilant on this matter. So a question wey I get based on wetin you say nowadays then the pikin dem no dey lis ten, especially the girl pikin dem. So wetin I una advice for some parent dem even though dem dey try dem best for teach dem pikin dem for give dem awareness, but some pikin dem dey dem no dey lis ten, dey very hard headed. So wetin una think say wetin una dey advice wey una go give out there for parents wey dey go through things like that.
Omar.
I can go.
Yes.
Yes.
FA, the when you communicate your message, most of the time, the responsibility for make somebody understand very well lies on the shoulder of the messenger. The way you communicate your message with him, communicate in a friendly environment. Communicate to them in a way that he will understand. Communicate with them. If you see, say you talk to the pikin, it natural pikin more teenagers. From 8 to 14, it natural you go they talk, then they do all. But change your way of communication, strategize, replan, and continue with communicate with it. And they communicate. You parents, you get for communicate. If you communicate the way, you know the work manner of communication, but still continue communicating. It's very important, you know.
Right.
So, like for instance, if you communicate with me and a man are very hot-tempered, as you know, short man, quick in after one. Then you can't be communicate to me. You know, let me listen. You know, me self me and the woman, they listen to you because you 70% they talk, the blah don't take them over. You know, when you communicate with the picking. Not only communication, not only means that you for talk, listen. Parents learn for listening. Talking that you listen to the picking. The influence picking activities. When it happen, one, now the act and the cause. When picking do something, when do bad, most of the parents there, they can only concentrate on the act. Hey, he don't broke me glass. He don't broke me flags. What make you take any begin the bitter? No. Sometimes pin the picking no, you know, pin the picking no, you talk with you know the cause. Why make a broke the glass? Then you know really you get for bitter why he broke the glass. All it boils down to communication. Most of the time, on this, talk to you picking, know why they cause that, or know what thing cause that before ever you act. The act it can always last, but if you don't solve the problem, you don't solve that what thing they cause that particular picking anger, it affects every day at school. It affects what in friends and you don't know the cause. Whether that in friends and they provoke them, but you don't know the cause, you know they communicate. You already concentrate on the act. This picking affect that brutal picking, it didn't work. We don't learn that traditional way, we not get social workers. Like here. Yeah, they get social workers and most of the time they get cancel where they cancel the picking, but we will not get an Africa. So waiting that we on social counseling and the parents them they for the causes all it be that they act.
Mr. Omar,
picking a market,
you know, say the auntie there, now they can act like the social worker, you know, auntie there, like when the boy picking them, they go say the uncle them, now they mentors them.
When an extension of the you auntie, you daddy, an extension of friends. You know, so we on African setting. Now that make when you do something, you auntie they take care of you, papa they accept. Why now? Because you papa no say if you in no day, your auntie can step into your shoe, you won't step into your shoe. Now so they take men we, you know, but we therefore know what in the cause. For instance, it don't happen with me. You go to market, you get money in your hand, somebody send you for go buy something in the market, you go for go buy pepper, all the way maybe it's until you they go, you know, lack of concentration, you lost the money. When you come, what in the beauty for the money you lost? Nobody know what to make you lost the money. Nobody want to know whether that somebody finger pocket you. Nobody whether that for they said to pick the money again. All they do is they act. The communication, the system of communication in Africa is really bad when you can parenting. And you see, even here, the one that we don't can, where they try for even there. When you go to the Africa home, to God, most of the time, if you see the way the African children they behave at the homes, it's far way different than when you visit a white person. When you visit a white home, you see the way they behave, you see the way they comport themselves. As in see in daddy is stranger. You know, say one time this time daddy is stranger. What did they do? A greet. When you don't greet, they give in daddy and the stranger privacy. Well, hey, go visit black homes. If the picking no say in daddy is stranger, now that's how you go to jump. He bed, he go to the chair, and daddy not come before you see the one place. And you know for be so. But why? Now because of you don't learn for communicating with the picking that. We got to change the way of communication, you know.
I think, Mr. Omar, that particular point where you make so, sorry, Madam Sabi, you may say something.
No, that's okay. You can go ahead.
That particular point, yeah, sorry, where Mr. Omar makes so, I think so that communication where they say like where they're picking, they see the parents, where you see people they no more begin jump, then they knock. I feel say also okay mistake. The white man there, or the other people the way get and right, because not to say we self now all the picking then we guys like that. Then they give the lesson before. Then like when they like na gathering a room, sorry, na living room, like doing them privilege conversation, all man sit out, you can't need they enjoy. Then they teach them picking them that manners. Then they like say, if you see stranger, if somebody come, do this or do that in that calm atmosphere. Then they do like just a lecture in a privileged way. So when the person come now, it can naturally just happen normal. So Sunday that word and they looking so no more and for let you remember what you me don't talk. Because if you looking now, you go know for say, oh, papa or mama they don't say why is stranger are for left. But the one the way knocking communicate before that, then they expect the picking them for no. And how picking go able for know something if you not teach them? So I think that the parenting can the gap can be because we expect the picking sabi for age, or you don't pass, it don't 5 years or 6 years. Why not for sabi this? If you not teach them right, and not gonna know you get for teach them whether you expect them for no or not. You tell them make ahead of time. So later now, if you do that thing, you punish a different. But if you tell them, I believe say nobody jump na the chairs. So but most time they never tell. Then just the wait no more now when the thing happen, you make the on training, then go call on training. But you not on train me, then you pattern now. Then now the stranger and I go say, hey, no, left her. That's what I go say, because not only if I train them, if I don't do the training ahead, if I don't give the lesson first, then now you can't give the exam. But now the exam first, when are the opposite. But I don't know if you think this, oh my, if you feel say that kind of communication.
No, that is so true. That is really true.
Really true, yeah.
Yeah. All right. If I them, yes, Mr. Oman, because
no, go. I will do an closing. It's not a problem.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. If I them, want for say thank you guys so much for watching. And also the one that we call Madam Isa too, and the other caller, which I don't forget your name, I'm so sorry. But I just want to say thank you so much for calling. Hope so I will call back again when we will come back on the show. The ending of the next month, right?
Yes, the last Saturday of September.
Yeah, the last Saturday of September. Hopefully,
well,
we'll see
we go
you
discuss
back again.
them at the background,
Yes, and also when I go call back, and also thank the viewers then for watching, and we hope so when I go share, please share this video to your friends, your family, your loved ones, WhatsApp group, so that way they a lot of people go able forget a piece of this here, so when we talk, because a lot of African parents lack of certain things when it comes to upbringing. So I believe say this go help one or two people them for change their mindset. And they come to closing, and I go ask Madam Cabo and Mr. Uma for the last advice where they get, and also the last words for say. Anyone on the floor, please.
Well, let me. There's like you always say, men not to lady first. They say men first. You say,
You never change.
Oh, God. I know. So they say men first.
Yeah. Fambula, we don't come back again. And all to that today, not to for say Sabi pass now, but we just make them, because now this is a social education and a social topic. So we all come socialize on this particular topic, and it come out fine today. I just want to question: when last you as a man you sit on a round table with family, discuss really family matter? You see, you communication at us not for only be between a human and a room. Some of the time that communication they between a human and a room, a romantic communication. But any communication do with the family, make an a round table, una discuss, make let the pikin and feel say they part of the family. If it possible, take a field trip, do camping, take you picking, go camp, so take your whole family. I mean, go camp am some side, una go no more, go find some way very quiet for talk, una discuss. Do together like family. We know say yes, you the daddy, we all the time we all responsibility for put food at the table. But yet communicating to the home again now we responsibility. One in the while, at least make a family meeting at least one time in a month. One time in a month. Just do at least na the first Sunday or the last Sunday in the month. Pin you picking them. Then one way don't reach of age, then one way don't reach of age. Make a round table. Talk to them, listen to them. Not only talk, not only listen. Ask them, listen to them. When you don't talk, let everybody get your own contribution into the program, into the topic on the talk that day. Letting them feel but that day. If not about how they life in at school, how they life in at house, waiting them feel, waiting at their opinion. Talk to them and also listen. Parents learn for listening, especially when you get a teenager. Always listen. Only they go outside, you know. And one thing again with the advice again, sex is not taboo. We got to make this very FA. Sex is not taboo. You feel say they will prevent you picking for letting no sex. That then one the way can sleep walk where they are there, but I know if you say it will be true. They sleep in the water. This is real. When they people meet for sex, tell them say yes, sex is free, but please do it with caution. Use condom, use protective measures. Not allow somebody way they above you to certain age. Yeah, then we go one culture now FA. When you go on the street, you approach lady, the young girl, the first way they ask you age. The health piece too. How old are you? Believe me, if you see a girl age where it past 4 years, a person tell you say sorry. You know, a place say sorry, you old for me 2 months. But again, you know we get for land again. Always allow the girl picking. If you get your girl picking, the first girl picking, you see, say you don't begin the love. The love. We are African parents. We know the come for, but encourage you picking. Let a lamb for out in boyfriend and host rather than forgetting to put in a corner. When you encourage, let it count the boyfriend and host. If you get boyfriend, instead of you go to a corner, you don't know say the love. He either pay you get for love. You know either pay you get for love. What did they do? You know the type of friendship, you know the type of boyfriend he keep. If the boyfriend can't find, let it can house, let the boyfriend feel at home. Let the come for day. Not that they encourage the picking for let go get belly, but no, that means they prevent the picking. They no say the daddy don't know say this relationship where they go on with. They're not aware of. They are going to know how they go about this relationship. A very important. Communicating with the parents and the picking them very important. Please, round table communication. It happen once in a while. Make a round table, talk and listen, and let everybody get from 7 years to 15 to 21. Let everybody contribute. You, the parent, not always talk. Not talk, you dominate the topic, but listen. Use the time to listen to them and what they understand and what they need. And the last one I give before I go, I talk about them, but I want to make emphasis the causes. Cain, not for mortal man. We know so with Africa, quick them beat. When speaking, you don't confuse them. When picking don't do bad, as you beat them, so you don't confuse them. And you know they know what you beat them for. But when picking do something, you know say this not bad. First of all, try know the cause. Why make it do am? Then if you the punisher, make let you know say that particular thing the punisher for. But for beat picking without you know what it do, a very bad. I tell you, thank you very much, and I hope very soon again for it to again, and that we will discuss them with the program. Maybe sometime will come more quick than we used to for come to now. Thank you. Meet again, Mina Umar.
Thank you so much, Mr. Umar. Yes, thank you. Yes, Madam Cabo.
Well, thank you. I want to say thank you very much to all the viewers there. We appreciate you so much today. The topic been very, very interactive. I really learned a lot. And some topic then they where we the shy for talk about where the same sex married and the raping of man them. While we all know for say this not a joke, not to something for play around, we joke around with because the man they can do that so it can get psychological effects on them. Most of them stay in life, then it can scared woman and they not can want for say them. And then say na human beings then just as how we self can the struggle where they rape a girl child, where they go with that guilt and they feel bad and that humiliation, then self they feel the same way. So we society need for talk more about then so to we gal picking and say it wrong, they not for do them, and if you demand and come up, then they complain, they need for take them serious. Because not everybody will fight for life. You get some man their way, if they don't do that to them, maybe down the road they might retaliate. Maybe now they can turn some of them people here where they say go and rape people and no more now because they feel say they do unto them, they don't get any justice. Instead now laugh them. So you never know how somebody can react, right? So if we talk for the girl picking them, we go for talk for the boy picking them as well. And the papa them, they go for involve for explain to the picking them ahead of time. Say they can this kind of thing can happen in life. No wait it happen to them first. Like if you see that kind of situation and they step away from there, can't talk to me, I will believe you because some of we actually guilty of certain things there, especially like if they rape girl picking, you know, can say and quick, they can say, why make it take for talking? But sometimes you confuse, you don't know nothing for say, but what they say and now, especially if you don't get small, when away you may misbehave, the person not they believe you again. So for bring we picking and come up, we get forget an open mind, and we get for also accept change. And like Mr. Omar said, we get for listen. Me guilty of that too, and I listen. Now Mr. the land. Wait I say na in right. And nobody know the land na this world. If you always think say you always right, because no one person not always right. We all the land every day. So for go to one of the caller the comment women they on where this lady talk about the picking the unruliness, how the picking they act, where they act for talk to. I feel say some of them, like Mr. Omar said, the teenager thing where you reach the whether na back home or whether na no matter outside at the wall, the brain not really mature very well. It's where we reach at that point then, all everybody they give problem until past that stage day. But yeah, what it make it more difficult now because the begin themselves then confused because you blend with two culture, right? You born inside this society where their own culture different. You can wear short skirts, you can wear you know you can carry yourself any kind of way as long as you know pull close na door. See which some side and say they work normal with drawers and waiting where you know go do back home. But yeah, it accepted. And they don't see anything wrong with them because now yeah them born or now yeah them raised. So we the other hand now, we're not raised like that. So we they look at a different way. So I feel say the picking and then confused. Not of us say they can make trangaes no more. They just not they understand why we they act the way they act because then they feel say like we not make sense. Like we they take things out of proportion. Like something not to anything you they make and make something. You know what I mean? You know, like if you go back home, you meet somebody dressed with long lapa, you know, so kinta with lapa long when they first say like if you turn to the point where you reach na gone, right? So I think say yeah, people then go confused like I you dress like this na laziness. So we now you go see like say this na godly way, na matured way, na respectable way. So if you then self complain, how would they dress so? I mean, they say, we look like say they head no. You say, really? How we self just they question them now? So then say go question we because everybody. So please, So we get a comment on the screen, Mr. Oman Masare. I did a personal survey on the issue of teenage girls attracted to older men in Toronto. The result is astonishing and shocking. Majority said they are looking for father figure. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. So we border say...
I think so we get a call. We go pick up.
Wait,
We'll
A
get
call,
a
if a
call.
call are there on the line, oh no, not a call. Now comment he
Not
make.
a call. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now comment he make. He say because you say what that
Okay. Okay, sorry.
what are you there because you there Europe. Europe where they try for talk about the age, the gap between the people like man and woman.
Mm-hmm.
If the age difference
Yeah.
too much, they don't want. So like you may they try for advice, like a try for get you know somebody who na all go be of same age group.
Age.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so in the try for say it do a research on like, in Anaya now na Toronto now this is North America, where the most of the teenager, the small girls they say then they look for possibly big parts, the way the age group really different. Where ask them why they say they look for daddy figure. So now that now it's just a try for give you for tell you waiting on your research. And
Mm-hmm.
some people and they most people they like older man because they're more understanding, they more get patient, they don't see it all. And some of them, like I said, when they look for daddy figure in the sense they miss papa in a house, we man them, they're not like responsibility. I'm sorry for saying
Mm-hmm.
na me papa them,
Oh
uncle
yeah.
them, but always they get for one after 75% of them for take care of them, picking them. Then only they show up after other picking come on well, they can say empty apologies, sorry, not they change the time the picking don't lost, sorry, not they take back that way, they picking and they feel good, then they lost, miss out. So then they look out for
Mm.
somebody who will protect them. So now in this man they try for say. So me, I don't get other thing else for say. Everybody can feel love any side, but the only thing where would they talk to them about parents then, not to just the picking them be and allow we try. Myself, I may get as I say, I may get my own fault. I know me they listen a lot. My picking can tell me, Mama, I feel bored. Come on, what do you mean by bored? I know why I get that talk there. It can happen. But I don't learn as time they go, now maturity. You first speaking, it can get them very hard. The second speaking go better thought. But if finally we all open, we add to the culture when we meet now, yeah, make we try for meet them picking as halfway. Otherwise, it go bring this gun to na the host, they bring resilience, it go bring hatred, it go bring rebellion, they pick them, no go listen, they no go do well in school. Some of it's not
Yes.
simple thing way take you the parent for listen, you the parents for accommodate them because they're confused about these two culture then where they're gonna street now one culture and now them born by right now then culture this culture where they now they're supposed to be their own culture. I don't know if I'm wrong.
Yeah. No, you're right. But at the same time, we need to teach a little bit of we own culture as well.
Yeah, you they teach them. Then we culture nothing. But who of routine and where we they learn our culture is good. Now very one. Most of the we own culture way bad no more than another one. Most of the time people they don't want to do nothing. Where papa don't get a brother don't get now we all gentry. Then the old man just go sleep no one and not go work again. Then our baby then I will be big setback. But for the most part, most of it, the plan how they go now to picking there. Now most of the dressing, now the how they dress, which even yourself, somewhere they get for dress appropriate, small, depends who side. Nobody know what tell you na club or na how you call it, na beach, say let go dress full. You can do that day. But you know what kind of store or you can outside other people and they went not to beach area, you go begin to go dress that kind
Well,
of way.
beginning.
Nothing wrong, right? For that will correct me picking because that is not a culture, that is therefore be decent. But I know the difference between a decent behavior, a behavior from teenager where where you for expect, and a behavior of some picking where just fits yeah. So when now you born and regardless of what you still judge for beer and still continue for talk. But the one that they back home, now we continue for open up to picking them, especially the girl picking them. Oh, sorry, we know they talk about girl picking because back if you get belly back home, your life don't just turn over. But boy picking themselves, now we don't see say themselves not get life after this whole thing. So we all talk to picking them, the man they love we step up. Naomi go stop. Lord step up. The mama then they do them best, but not enough. The man then do I want to now on board. So now all thank you very much until next month, the 25th. We will meet now back again. Let everybody be blessed and we will tell everybody thank you. Me they talk to una me I sit at Tairuka. Thank you. Good night.
All right. Yes. Thank you so much, Madam Cabo. And
Yeah.
me, my own advice is, The thing about African parents sometimes, before the pikin they talk, they don't already get an answer. Sometimes they know they wait let the pikin talk. Like sometimes answer you begin say mommy, hey, they don't begin, hey, they begin to all about you. Mama nah, not talk, what you want talk? Like you don't already give the pikin the answer. The pikin will finish for talking. So all them thing that they make you pikin dey afraid. And another thing is, as a parent, most of the time, nene dey sit down, like for sit down and talk to them, pikin them, and also that good communication not dey between the pikin and the mama, or between the pikin and the parents. Because if you and pikin no get that good communication, I don't think say that pikin they go able get that spirit or that bold mind, for sit down and talk to you, say mommy or daddy, na this and this na in happen to me. Because we don't see that there a lot between African parents. By the time you say one thing, they don't allow you pass 5 times. So that as I you must say that. So that they make sense. Who say you there, you they shake. And also African parents too, they're very judgmental. Sometimes. None they listen to the pikin in your concern. Sometimes if you see you want tell them, or if they do something to you wrong as a parent, you do something to the pikin wrong, the pikin go tell you say, oh mama, what you do, fine. You go begin, hey, come on, man, I mean the test how they do, right? Now me born you this, blah blah. All those things are things the way as a parent where we need for stop. This na time this now where the world they advance. Now time this what we need for sit down and talk to a pikin there and be patient. This na thing that we as African parents we lack of patience. Now one, we lack of communication. That's another. Two, we lack of listen. We not dey listen. We not get patient with we pikin them. Me even be are guilty of we not get patience. We see you pikin dey cry, you no even know wetin you pikin dey cry, but you don begin dey holla, wetin you dey cry for? Hey, start him out. Like you need for ask the pikin, wetin you dey cry? Wetin happen? Let the pikin explain to you. And sometimes again, we dey force the pikin dem for talk. That dey back again a wrong. Make let the pikin feel free for come to you as a parent and explain his situation to you. But most of the time we go first, wetin open your mouth, talk, wetin happen? Wetin happen? Talk now, talk now. By the time you don wetin that pikin dey go afraid. You go make sure the pikin then go sit down cold for making even want say something, go begin the stomach or stutter, the pikin not go able for talk directly. And also again, we as a African parents sometimes we always like for call we pikin them, which me I know they do, but a lot of times, we they see we auntie there, we uncle there, parent there, they call we different kind of names them, like for example, you stupid, you too big fool, like stuff like that there, which is not right. And also just like how Madam Cabo give one of your experience say when be small be they mingle with him with man friends there. And mama assume say, maybe they sleep with one of them. Which some of we African parents go say, you sorry, married girl or prostitution now, like those ash word there where we they say to we picking them, they make them they grow hate towards we, and also that they dislike we as well. And then they make sometimes the pikin and they become very rebellious, because guess what, you as a parent now you don't start out with them as well. So we get for be mindful of the words the way we they say to pikin them. You they see some parents go call in pikin and say you na BP. We all know what that they mean. Are your parent they tell you pikin that what they say you pikin na BP, like for example, sorry for the word, you as African parent you go call it pikin say you pikin a bastard pikin. Like come on, now you born her, so why you they tell you pikin that word then they those are things the way we they use were very very hurtful So we picking them. So we need for very conscious about the things then, the words the way they come out of we mouth. Because sometimes again, not only they make when the picking grow up, it don't land for you as a parent because you are so verbally abusive to them, you are so physically aggressive. So the pikin dey impact dem thing dem dey, and na the same thing dey go from generation to generation, you know. And I think that and the way they affect a lot of African parents dem. And I think most of the time you dey see the pikin dem the wayward. Most of the time you dey see pikin dey stand up against the parents dem. Dey fight him mama, go fight him papa because of that love not be there in the family. You know, that caring not be there in the first place. So we need for learn how to be patient, how to listen, you know, and show the pikin the love, you know, and caring, not to all the time. Now so much strict, you know, and screaming. That ain't the help. Screaming not the help. When you scream and pikin, that ain't they make pikin change. You see, so we need for change those mindset them where we get and try for try for know the pikin their weaknesses and try for elevate them, make them be proud. You as a parent sometimes you don't tell your pikin say, oh, you look pretty, you look nice. I believe say you pikin maybe tell go carry go dress, you go look at you say you look beautiful, mommy. Like you as a parent, you go feel proud of yourself, right? But see, maybe you pikin dey tell you say, mommy, you fine. Or papa, you're handsome. Oh, my daddy look cute today. Like, come on, daddy, they make you as a parent. You're very proud of those sweet words when they come out of you picking in mouth. So now the same thing again we get for apply. So we picking them. And also just like how Mr. Umar point out say for you the daddy, this is a time that you need for sit down, talk to you pikin, they ask you pikin them question. Not just ask the question the way the pikin want talk, or maybe you do something wrong yesterday, pikin say, oh daddy, what do you do? You be, yeah, set him up. You begin to say, hey, set him up, you begin to ally, it not called for. So please, I'm your appeal down there. At a big parents, we need for be patient. We need for be patient again because patience is the key. Once you have patience, love the kind inside because patient and get love. If you get love for person, you're not patient the person. That means there's no love there. So make we start with patience and good listening, good communication. I believe say that they go help we a long way, because by we doing that, go make the pikin dem go very humble and respectful, and also not go afraid for talk to you. And I'm you saying that day, and me where they talk to now, me na Fatmata, and me na the co-host of the show of What Would You Do? And I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching and for call and comments. We really appreciate you now. We hope for seeing you back again. Thank you so much. We love you guys and tata. So Madam Kabo, Mr. Umar, hello, say tata. So we view as them.
That's all, everybody. Thank you,
Bye
Ma.
bye, everybody.
We love you all.
Thank you.